Elon Tusk.
Daddy Musk.
Daddy Musk.
Yeah, no.
Daddy Musk.
Yeah, Daddy Musk.
No.
He's sending us to Mars.
Daddy Musk.
I told you about that.
What?
About Daddy Musk?
No, the Wall Street bets. It was the picture of Gimli and Legolas on the wall in two towers, and the whole situation of I never thought I'd be fighting like next to an elf, and it's like, how about a friend? And then it says instead, it's like, I never thought I'd be taking down Wall Street with Reddit, and it's Legolas going, Daddy Musk is going to take us to Mars.
Yeah.
And then Gimli going, what the fuck?
Daddy Musk, he's doing it with Reddit, doing it GameStop, and now he's here bringing us Warthogs.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it. Like, he did say the Cybertruck is the Warthog in real life when it was launched, though.
That thing is beastly.
Indestructible.
Yeah.
I did think when it came out first, it's a little hard for me.
Do we remember how destructible it was?
Didn't it get... Yeah, actually,
Didn't it break a glass when you threw a baseball at it or something?
Yeah, that's why I sent the gift to the group, and it's like, and it's indestructible, and he throws a freaking brick and it breaks.
I mean, it didn't break cleanly.
No.
I think it was just a shatter, like kind of a...
Yeah.
Came in and that was it, which is brilliant, considering, throwing a fucking brick.
That close,
It was a brick or a ball.
I think it was a baseball.
Was it? No,
Yeah.
it was a rock or a brick or something, wasn't it?
It was very round for a rock or a brick.
The perfect rock.
they had
Brought from Mars.
No, they had a stonemason in earlier, just like carving away.
Polishing a turd.
Oh, man.
If there was ever anything to someone polishing a turd, it's that song.
Oh, absolutely.
How are you guys?
I'm all right.
Yeah.
How are you, Robbie?
You know what, man? I'm good. I'm in control of my life.
That's always a good place to be.
Yeah.
How did we just go from turds to you being in control of your life?
Because that's where it was. I'm in control of my life, That's where I am.
That's all you can really ask for.
Welcome, guys, back to another episode of the New Age Geeks podcast. I'm joined by fellow geeks, Jehan and Robbie.
Guys, this is our 10th episode.
Hey, we made it.
10 in a row.
See, something to celebrate. How did we make it this far?
Not very difficultly. Is difficulty a word?
I think so.
Difficult is a word.
It will be now.
It's not what I asked, but thank you for your input. We appreciate it, and we'll get back to you.
So, guys, I want to do something a little bit different this episode. Probably going back to more of our roots. If
10 episodes ago.
Yes, if some people were tuning in the earlier podcasts, which God rest your ears.
I was just about to say, if we're going back to your roots, do I want to mess with the levels?
Maybe. Maybe. But I thought we could actually shoot the shit over some pretty cool things like Daddy Musk.
Yeah.
I thought we could...
How about...
Gaming.
Of course. Phil, of course.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to talk about
We've
gaming.
been keeping Phil locked here in the corner of the garage. Once a week, he just wants to come out, tell you what his favorite thing of the last week is. Yeah, he's doing well. Just he's living on fish heads and just like toilet water.
To be fair, with this whole like Elon Musk or Xbox wanting Elon Musk to build them a Warthog, I'm waiting for the yes from Elon, but I'm also waiting for the whole Phil Spencer to comment off the back of it. I haven't seen any comment off the back of Phil Spencer being like, Elon, you have to do this. The gamers want it. This is what we need.
Just imagine it would like align with the launch of Halo.
It would align with the launch of E3, and we're talking about that because that motherfucker's coming back on this year.
Digital only, but
Still exciting.
Yeah, but I think it's also a bit of a bitch move. I mean, I would rather you just do half physical, half digital. Just
Hybrid.
Do you know
let
America
the people
just
choose.
went into like full lockdown?
Let the people decide, okay? You can do a mail-in E3.
You can do a what?
A mail-in E3.
How would... Okay, hold up. No. How would that work?
You mail in your cheers. You just mail it in this year. Guys, we'll just mail it in this year.
I don't know. That's really excited. I remember growing up, like watching E3. Like I suppose I started tuning in right from when the original Xbox came in. But I think over the course of my life, it really became something to really like every year was something to look forward to. And I would be with mates, we'd organize pizza, we'd stay up to like 5 o'clock in the morning because obviously the time zone
Oh my
difference.
god, how good is that?
It was that brings me back really fond memories. To do that again this year, I think is really cool.
Well, like, so Jeff Keighley who is arguably like one of the faces for video games when it comes to like the MC area.
That's not a title you want.
I want that.
You're the face of video games.
I want that. I would love that. Blessing from Kind of Funny has that at the moment. So E3 and Jeff Keighley had a slight falling out last year. So Jeff went and did the Summerfest, I believe is what it was called. And it was essentially, a showcase of video games, all that crap digitally. E3 is not happening this year in a physical sense. Going to be going through the digital realms as well. But I believe Jeff is also doing Summerfest. And he's probably got more pulling power than whoever is behind the scenes for E3. They're not like a spokesperson for the video game industry. So it's going to be a really weird situation because they're both going to be most likely going at the same time. And like Summerfest goes over like 2 or 3 weeks, I believe. So I don't know. I'm cool. Like,
is Summerfest digital or physical?
Digital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bitching
Is it the same time? Because E3 is June 15 to 17.
June.
Yeah.
Well,
15th,
yeah, it's more or
17th.
less the middle of the June period.
Yeah, 15th to 17th. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm.
Okay, fine, Robbie.
It's something you can't multitask anyway. God, you can just have both of them up at the same time.
Yeah, I think, it's that. And like, apparently PAX is on as well.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, PAX
What,
East.
As in like the one here?
No,
Well,
American
no.
PAX
So
East.
they said PAX Australia would be happening in October.
But that's understandable
That
because
sounds
we're
right.
okay.
You
Yeah.
know what? I got super angry at PAX Australia, the last one that they had. Well, the last one I went to, I think it was 2019. I got angry because there's an EB conference that happens normally every year as well, and they decided to put them together. And I was furious because I was like, no, now you're just taking away another event that all us gamers and like cosplayers and everything love.
In
like it's
Australia.
like in Australia, like, we already are limited by how much we have, and you're like, no, let's do this together. And I'm like, fuck you.
It's just because they wanted to work together. And
I don't know. I see that as a bad thing. Like every single.
Yeah, teamwork. Fuck that.
Fuck off.
No, sorry. I take that. Sorry, I take that the wrong way. I see it as a bad thing because it gives people another chance to go out every single or do something on another weekend. I don't know. I see it as a good thing.
As you can tell, Tom thinks of himself as like a one-man wolf pack.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm standing up for this stuff. I want more gaming events. Fuck it, we'll put it on.
If this is the hill you want to die on, okay.
But I don't know. Like, what are you excited to see E3? This is a chance for like publishers and devs and Phil Spencer to come out on Elon Musk's Warthog on stage, right?
What a way to end! Like, what a way that would be to enter the Xbox Microsoft conference.
Do you want to put a wager on it?
It's not happening. I'll take that side.
Yeah.
They had Keanu
$50
Reeves last time.
Yeah.
To be
but
fair,
okay.
no, hang on. Let's think of it. So they got Keanu Reeves, and every time they do a Forza game, they get like the hottest, most expensive car in the world.
Do you
up on
think a
stage.
Forza game's going to come out? Like, what do you think a Forza game will be announced this year? It's been a while since the last.
Forza Horizon or Forza Motorsport?
Either. Because it's been a while for both of them. Motorsports was, 2017? And I think Horizon was 2018.
Forza Horizon 4? No, it was like 2020.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was a new.
No, sorry,
Forza
2019.
last year. No, I'm nearly sure there was one last year.
No, I swear.
No, Forza Horizon 4, which was 2019.
Okay, but it's still been 2 years.
So,
new,
yeah,
new
so-
Xbox is out.
So they're actually like due one this year.
Yeah, I reckon. I think there will be one, but I don't think they're going to come out at a fucking Warthog.
As if. Think about
They've
the
already
amount
done
of-
that. Didn't they not already have a Warthog in one of the games?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, in Forza Horizon 3, and it was great riding around Australia in a Warthog.
That's so weird.
So yeah, it's possible.
Comes with an actual Gatling gun, just on the back.
That shoots t-shirts.
Yeah, it shoots
To be fair, if anyone's going to invent Needler in the real world, it's Elon Musk.
Fucking hell.
Daddy.
That'd
Daddy
be-
Musk.
Daddy Musk.
Don't
yeah.
call him that. That's weird. I don't like this.
Daddy Musk.
Let me out.
Daddy Musk.
Oh man, that door is locked. if you're not careful, you're going to be over there in the corner with Phil Spencer eating
That's
fish
fine.
heads.
I'll talk to him.
Just eating fish heads and drinking toilet water.
What do you not want to see at E3? I'm going to put my hand up right now and say COD, but we already know that's happening this year.
I don't think COD needs...
COD doesn't need a E3
thing.
one. Like,
yeah.
They're going... Look, it's like FIFA and Madden and everything. Like, you make one once a year. You know you're going to sell it. Just...
Slight improvements or, most of the time, no improvements.
Yeah. Just a new name.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I
Rinse
need that.
and repeat. Done.
I don't need any... Yeah, I guess for me, I don't give a shit about sports games. I love sports, but I don't need to know about more sports games that are coming out and how you've
There's not really much you can say about a new
The sweat
FIFA
kind of like pops off the UFC fighter's face a little bit better. I don't care about that.
Well, I mean...
You are the sports guy here.
No,
Wow.
I think the gaming mechanics of UFC is fucking awful. Well, maybe they fixed it with 4. I haven't played 4, but when we were playing 3 before, like when you're on the ground and trying to get out of a submission, fuck that. It's basically fight over.
Admit it though, we've had some sessions at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when we are steaming drunk. And
Head kicks. A lot of head kicks.
Knockouts, man. It is like as if we are actually at a UFC event.
We are 50-0
God,
undefeated.
Yeah.
50-0.
We got complaints from my
Yeah,
neighbors.
your neighbors must hate you
because
guys.
I've got this really loud woo that I do, and I'm not going to do it on this because everyone's going to...
I'd like to keep the mic intact for another week at
Yes,
least.
definitely.
Are we talking like the levels of How I Met Your Mother Woo Girl?
Oh,
Yes.
Tom is a woo girl.
That's exactly... Wow. Yes, Jehan. That's
Tom
exactly
Tom
what it
is the biggest woo girl. He is the wooiest girl.
I don't know.
Do you know what I thought of just then when Jehan was talking about sports? He's like, I'm not a sports guy. Or like, I think when it was Lonely Island.
Yeah, we like sports and we don't care who knows. Football, tennis, hockey.
Golf.
Am I blanking or did you say what you're looking forward to from E3?
It's two-sided. I'm really excited to see all the gameplay trailers and all the stuff that we may or may not already know about. So like everything from Battlefield to Harry Potter and seeing all that stuff. But my favorite thing about E3, and I'm not really the biggest like indie dev type person. I don't really like indie arcadey games, but
He loves COD.
yes, I want an arcade COD. No, I always got excited by sort of new people coming onto the scene who could maybe one day be like a AAA. You know, like how just sort of back in the day, sort of devs or publishers that might just be up and coming, and you're like, wow, those guys are really going to make a difference. That's what I
You know
love
when they're
about
up and coming, they're indie.
Yeah, why do you need them to be AAA? Why can't they stay indie?
It's not that they need to be AAA. It's
You
just
just literally said that.
but to I suppose the world's eyes in terms of how they see them, yeah. But
I think Xbox Live back in the day, especially with it wasn't Bastion, it was the other one made by the lad that made The Witness. Oh fuck, it's a timey game like going backwards in time. Braid, that's it. I think because of Braid back on Xbox Live Arcade, the summer of arcade, I think that kind of put indie games in a spotlight that you don't need a EA or Ubisoft or fucking someone above you like doing this. You can be a one-man band or 20-man band, whatever it is, making these games. And I indie roguelikes or indies in general are my fucking jam because you get someone that is in their garage and just goes, hey, I want to fucking make something like this, and just fucking goes mad. Fuck AAA games. I love them. Let me take that back. I love AAA games, but indies, there's just so much more out there that you can people's weird mind, just like, hey, I really want to try this. No way that EA is going to give me $20 million to make this. Let me just do it out of my basement and out of love and fucking make this game. And fucking hell, most of the time, those things are bangers.
yeah.
So fuck you.
Perhaps I just phrased it wrong.
Very defensive.
I really wasn't having a dig at that. I'm a big fan of the one-man bands out there. I just meant, it doesn't have to be AAA. I'm just saying I was looking forward to, you just discover things that you would never normally discover. And having that E3 there, or even something very smaller like PAX, was a way to see all that stuff and interact with that stuff. And it's like, yeah, That's where I agree with you on your whole digital side of the event, Robbie. That's the only downfall where you can't literally even get your hands
Talk to the
on
devs or
You see,
anything.
that's what I mean. I mean, it's all well and good doing digital events, and I am glad brands are trying to come back to some form of normalcy. But like, yeah, I just feel like those live streams, they just feel so contrived. With like,
But then again, when the live streams do happen, like when see the thing is like you say that, but I've been watching this digitally E3 my whole entire life. Like I want to go.
yeah, so it's not going to be any change to here in anyone who's watched it here.
It's
in
gonna be
Australia.
I just
exciting
think
as
it's
fuck.
more like if when Phil Spencer comes on stage and goes,
Hang on, what's he going to do when he enters?
and then when he goes and says,
Gaming.
and you hear that crowd behind the scenes, like, you know, cameras not watching over them, but yeah, you don't get that when he just says it out to the camera. You're just at home, just woo.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think we've gotten enough events digitally now. It's just like you're just used to them now. So it's, I mean, like between Apple and fucking everyone else doing like their own massive things. Yeah.
No, I reckon they're going to be super creative with it. You know what I'm actually curious about? Because remember how Sony pulled out at E3?
Yes.
Sony going to make a comeback? Because when they did that, Phil Spencer went, I am going to rinse you because you're not here. And they did. They fucking did what they said they were going to do. And they just showed game after game after game after game after game. And it was really impressive.
Yeah, I think, but Sony found their place with State of Play though. Just much like Nintendo has their Nintendo Directs, and they just, to be fair, Nintendo just does whatever the fuck they want, whenever they want to, and they just make millions and billions of dollars, and people are fine with it. But Sony did the same with State of Play. I don't think Xbox has their own. Is it Xbox Direct? No, that's not right. I don't
That'd
think.
be a really crap name for like a massive event to like.
Well,
unveil
you know,
everything.
like, but I don't think Xbox has their own digital sort of delivering.
if Sony and Xbox pulled out of E3, like, do you think there's enough of a draw card to keep doing it?
No. Nope.
No,
I mean, it would happen just on a much, much smaller scale. It just
It
means
would be for the indie guys, but yeah, because
like Bethesda
now
couldn't
Microsoft.
technically have one, and
It's
Ubisoft.
now Microsoft,
yeah,
yeah,
so
like-
Ubisoft, and maybe id once in a while, because it just pops up once in a while. And he's like, "Ooh, what do you guys got? Okay, cool." I think
Yeah.
that's it. And then like Devolver Digital even does its own thing, just in the corner.
I mean, I think just from like even like a PR standpoint, I mean, if Xbox pulls out of it, it's like you're pulling out of like the whole gaming community. Whereas they've made like such a big effort to be like, we are the gaming community.
if there's any time to really band together, it is kind of this year. You'd think all of them would want to do all of these events. Like, you want to be back in the space, you want to be in the limelight, you want to be everywhere. It's not necessarily the fact that you've got a new console launching. You want to be front of face for everyone because obviously gaming community is the fucking
Also,
best community ever.
Think of budget savings as well. I mean, it came out this week that Sony's been selling the PS4 at a loss, or the PS5 at a loss.
Oh, they're all like. I mean, that's always the case.
I know,
isn't it?
but like, just I know you want to get the units out and everything like that, but like, I mean, it's not like the price is going to go up on a PS5. How's it going to change for them?
Yeah, good point.
Like,
Scalping issue as well. I just, like, you can't believe any definitive number of how many units have been sold.
I wanna
because
see,
none of
yeah.
that makes sense.
I want to see what like is it like maximum 2 PS5s per sale and like transaction or whatever, and those are the only ones they're counting.
But how do you know?
Yeah, like that's the thing. I don't understand how you could. Yeah, cool. All these PlayStations are sold, but clearly, like,
they don't care about that. They care about the number at the end of the day.
Oh, hang on, no. I think they do care. Like, I mean, I'd love to be able to get in touch with JB Hi-Fi and be like, how many were sold and how many were bought by one dude, or like, how, like there must be limitations that they have to be putting in. Because I could have sworn I saw something today or yesterday about putting a law in about. Sure, I mean, it's probably not America, but there was some sort of law that came through it, and it went, yeah, we're trying to ban scalping.
would that have
altogether.
been in the UK?
And perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw something about that in the UK.
Yeah, I don't know. I think at the start, wasn't it like limited, like 4 limits to a person or something like that? Or then again, like it's going to be different per seller. Like JB Hi-Fi is going to have this, Target's going to have that, fucking Big W, fucking anyone else is going to have them. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You didn't answer my question though. What do you like? What do you not want to see, and what do you want to see at E3?
I just want to see something different. No, like like what I mean is like
Sounds like a backhanded answer of my answer, Robbie.
no, it's no, it's like I've watched a few online launches for things now. They're all the same. Like it's what are you going to do differently? Like just show us the game trailers if you're going to do anything. Like just I don't make a big event of it. Just release them all. Stop wasting our time. Unless you're doing something actually like innovative, is my opinion.
Bring back Project Natal.
Sure.
I guess I really answered it. I don't care for sport games because there's such a small incremental difference between them that it's not exciting to be like, ooh, yes, the grass does look a little greener this time around. Ooh, interesting.
Grass is always greener on the new game.
I think I would love to see more Breath of the Wild too.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because I love Breath of the Wild. I'm like, if there's one gaming franchise that I could probably play for the rest of my life, it would be The Legend of Zelda.
Ocarina of Time?
No,
Or
I just mean
franchise?
the whole franchise in general. I've definitely played some not great ones, but they still hold such a sentimental value to me that I'm like, you know what, fuck it.
Really? Skyward Sword and all that
Look,
stuff.
I said it wasn't. I didn't say it was like fantastic, but it holds sentimental value. I finished that game at like 4 a.m, just sitting in front of my couch, just
fact
like
that you-
waggling my hand around.
The fact that I believe that just
Yeah,
by the way you just said that.
But,
I finished it at 4 a.m.
But Breath of the Wild was fantastic. Excited for the fact that Breath of the Wild 2 is most likely going to be, Nintendo's kind of honed in, understands to Switch, hopefully, by this point, 4 years into the console's life cycle. I am very excited to see, hopefully as well, Nintendo, Metroid Prime 4, wherever the fuck that is. And it's also fucking technically a Nintendo IP, but Perfect Dark, or whatever that thing that Xbox announced.
Perfect Dark, as in like the old Rare.
Yeah, so at the Xbox conference for their launch or whatever, like back in November, they had a trailer with Joanna Dark, and it was Perfect Dark.
How the fuck did surely I know this. I watched
I
it.
have no idea, but I saw it and I freaked out.
How did I forget this?
But they're all Nintendo titles. That's all I care about. Oh, I obviously want to see Horizon Forbidden West. Sorry.
That's the one after Zero Dawn, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks beautiful.
That is a franchise that is going to kill it and keep killing it for a while.
I think that's E3.
That's definitely E3. But Jehan,
Hello.
I've got some pretty sour news that Robbie and I really have to admit here. We didn't watch the latest episode of WandaVision, and we need you to...
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No spoilers, please.
Okay, so we have our reasons. Reasons that we're not going to talk about.
I'm super busy.
Okay. I'm just because I was... So, obviously, I watch it with my girlfriend, and then I immediately, 90% of the time, I message both of you.
Yep.
Going, hey,
Have
it
you
was
watched
great.
it yet? Yep. And we did plan to watch it.
Yeah. We did plan to skip to the last 5 minutes.
No,
we did.
No,
To be fair, these the last 2 episodes have been just, hey, you missed MCU, didn't you? You little bitch. This is what you were after. It's
Just Marvel coming back, just being like, hey,
Come
buddy.
here.
So-
We've got this here for you.
So,
It was fucking
I want
bad.
to test you. I don't mind a spoiler here and
No,
there.
don't. No,
No, but because
But I really want to see if he can explain how good it was without actually revealing anything.
Okay. No, that's a spoiler. It was good. I think it's going down the same line. Look, nowhere near the levels of a movie like an Endgame or even just a Civil War or something. But it is just MCU writing on the 20-minute increment level, and it's fucking fantastic. There's very few shows that I will stay off Twitter and socials for until I've watched them. This is now slowly becoming that because I came home Friday, me and girlfriend didn't end up watching it for whatever reason. I think we were watching something else, and it kind of just like slipped our minds. We're like, shit, we'll watch it Saturday. And I'm on Twitter, sitting in front of the couch, just watching something else, and I'm like, oh shit, because I saw the word Wanda. I'm like, oh fuck me, I can't be looking at this because
there's apps and extensions you can get that block that type of stuff, right?
Yeah, but like it's 20 minutes out of my life. I think I'm okay not to be on Twitter for 20 minutes.
Fair, okay.
But I think that was a fantastic episode. Like all the little plot points from beforehand are starting to fall into place.
Did you see the trailer, the Super Bowl trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I did.
That looks
March
said 19th.
19th, yeah.
March 19th.
That gives what Disney Plus like a little bit of us a bit of breathing room between WandaVision finishing. 3 after this week, so you're looking at it'll be like a 2-week break, I think. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That looks I'm very much enjoying these 20-minute, 30-minute videos.
It does look like it's gonna kind of semi-retcon the end of Endgame, though. Like, it's all about, like, I guess it is all about who gets the shield, but, like, Cap already picked who he wanted to get the shield.
Yeah, what? Hang on, I'm so confused.
Anthony Mackie, well, this is because you haven't watched the trailers, man, so...
That's because it's about Captain America.
Yeah, so...
Well, it's not technically.
I'm going to have a chat here with Jehan, so you can just stay quiet for a second. Captain America already picked it, but then even Anthony Mackie said, like, oh, it's not how you think it's going to go with who gets the shield. It's like, wait, what? You're going to disrespect an old man's dying wish?
Yeah, it's like inheritance. It's like, no, Dad didn't give you the mansion. Just like, fuck off, he didn't. He did.
Avenge me.
You got the CD collection. I got the shield, okay?
But I reckon that's just a bit of a like marketing like play behind
I think it will be Falcon who like gets it. Like, I think it's him just being like, oh well, because we all know what's going to happen. I mean, it's just, but I do like I think the dynamic between Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie is actually like they have such good chemistry. I mean, it does go back to Civil War in the airport where Spider-Man was just fucking beating the shit out of
Do you reckon, because obviously you have like as actors, your character, like you have to work with these people, so obviously off the camera, you know, if you have that relationship with them, it really does help as well. So do you reckon they like saw Falcon and Winter Soldier, like them off camera just being themselves, and like, hold on a second, there's a buddy cop film right there to be made.
If that's the case, how did they put Owen Wilson in the Loki show?
I don't know, maybe they're mates outside.
He does not look like himself either. Like,
yeah,
he's
really
aged.
Cameras.
Because there was talk of a Wedding Crashers 2, and I'm like, if that's what Owen Wilson looks like, just leave it in the past. Like, no, thank you.
They're bringing a lot of like older movies back into the sort of limelight. Like, so obviously Matrix 4 is in the work. Bill and Ted just came out like what, 2 or 3 months ago?
Yeah. August.
Oh god, that was a while back. There was something else that also was, maybe I'm not thinking right, but it's just weird that like these older movies that not should have died, like just been left alone as classics, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, was there that much of a push to get Bill and Ted 3?
I don't assume so.
No, but I'm happy it happened because I loved Bill and Ted growing up.
Yeah, but
did I need to see Keanu Reeves? He looks older than he does in that movie.
No.
Yeah, well,
no, I don't.
Like, so obviously he's gone through so much, whether it be real life or movies, so he's quite like a calm human being now. He's like very Zen Buddhist, so
very
like
seasoned. Yeah,
just seeing him try to like be that like what type situation, it just doesn't work anymore.
Do you want to know? Just speaking on the topic of Marvel, not to segue from you guys loving Captain America.
You see how Tom wants to hear his own voice a little bit more?
He wants to be back in the conversation.
No, but look, I saw this on IGN today, and I thought it was really good. And it was a tweet by Stephen Ford, and it's basically like, hear me out, an entire Disney Plus show about Jimmy Woo just working weird cases in the MCU, like a fun X-Files series. I would be
fine with that, absolutely.
Yeah, go for it.
I think he does a great job.
Yeah.
Look, we've gotten a shitload of Star Wars movies or shows coming out. We have a shitload of Disney ones. Why not just, look, what's one more?
Oh, yeah, I agree with that big time.
Yeah, let's go for it.
But every time I see Jimmy Woo, I always just think of the interview with Seth Rogen and James Franco and how he's Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Il or Kim Jong Un?
Kim Jong
Kim Jong Un.
Un?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me! If you haven't seen that movie, it's so good. It's so good.
This is what I wasn't listening to Katy Perry.
Yes, Dave. I pee and poo.
Yeah, no, good movie. He's really good in WandaVision too.
Yeah,
Really enjoying him, man.
really good.
I watched him back on. It was called Fresh Off the Boat.
I've seen a clip of that show.
Yeah,
What is that?
crap.
It's like a typical American sitcom.
yeah, based
like,
off Eddie Huang. Nope. Okay, never mind.
Basically, it's just about an Asian family coming to America and hilarity ensues.
Like Crazy Rich Asians? Like
No,
Crazy Poorish Asians, where
There
the
you
kid
go.
is really into hardcore rap and stuff.
Shout out to my sister-in-law and my niece tuning into this. Yay.
But I saw him on that, and he was fucking fantastic.
what do you want to see more from Marvel and DC?
Good movies from DC, please.
So Zack Snyder has tried to come out and like give his like excuse for that, being like, well, DC doesn't have to be a linear thing like Marvel. I'm like, yeah, but that'll be fine, only for the fact you've been trying to do that from the very start.
Yeah, that's fine.
It hasn't
yeah.
worked. You've had the Joker that's worked. You have its own standalone Batman, and now you have your own little thing going where like you have just these like little stories. If you didn't want to go the whole linear thing, why'd you make Justice League?
It's like, yeah, it's like a weird backpedal.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, Zach, why did you make your own? Like, so now I heard Justice League is not going to be a miniseries on HBO Max anymore. Now it's going to be like a 4-hour movie.
What?
yeah, it's Zack
Yeah.
Snyder cut is a 4-hour. It's
Oh, that's what that was.
yeah, Lord of the Rings levels.
So it's like it was originally. So they've been like hounding people or hounding Warner Brothers for the Zack Snyder cut. And then like, yeah, we're going to put it out on HBO Max as a miniseries. So like, I guess 8 half-an-hour episodes. But now they said, no, we're just going to do a 4-hour movie instead.
Look,
Apparently, all the actors think it's better.
as a 4-hour or a TV.
No, like they think that the Snyder cut's better.
So they've done both. They've recorded both. Is that what you're saying? They've been like, no, we prefer
So,
the...
do you remember when Justice League was filming and Zack Snyder had to step away because his daughter, I think, killed
Yeah, I
herself
do.
or something?
I do.
And then Joss Whedon took over and he made all these edits and reshoots and everything. But apparently, most of what Zack Snyder, like the vision he had, was already shot. So they've just basically
It's just now been editing
he's basically edited it. So they're still using. I would imagine they're still using some of the stuff that Joss Whedon shot, but he's actually changing the plot point. But apparently, the Superman character is completely different. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's so...
You don't like Superman either, do you?
I'm not his biggest fan.
Yeah.
I don't hate him as much as Captain America, but I wouldn't. I'd want to see. Like, I'd rather go see Batman.
Hold
It's
up,
weird
what-
to me
what?
that it's weird to me that he likes Homelander, but the two characters that's clearly taking the piss out of.
That's why I like it so much.
That, you know what? To be fair, that makes sense. But why don't you like Superman?
I just think. Well, I look at the character itself, and I'm like, well, okay, yeah, he's every power.
But
He's
that's-
meant to be all unstoppable. And
Okay,
I'm like, well,
but let's not go down this avenue.
I just don't find the character itself interesting. Like, I really don't. I'm sorry. I just
You would okay. Well, then in that case, have you read Red Sun?
no.
So Red Sun is literally what would have happened if Superman landed in Soviet Russia. And it's literally just him being brought up on propaganda that America is
Beats,
bad. Yeah.
Turnips and propaganda.
It's really good. It's worth it's a read. It's just one shot, I believe. So like there's no it's not like 20 volumes or something. It's a one volume thing.
In Soviet Russia, car drive you.
Bitch, this is Russia.
But because to me, yeah, look, I agree. Superman is not the most interesting, but it's more his struggles being who he is in our world. Not
I don't
him.
know. I didn't like.
You know who's gonna win?
I didn't particularly like Man of Steel.
Well, that's a different thing. That's movies being shit.
But that's him. Like that's what you just said. It's like him struggling in the.
Yeah, but you get people you get actual comic book writers writing their comics and they're fantastic. But there seems to be there's something wrong with DC Comics going to movies, there's some weird fuck up.
I heard the
along
new
transition.
I heard the new Wonder Woman's not even that good either.
I didn't hate it, but I definitely loved the first one.
The first one's really good.
Yeah.
I liked the first one a lot. I thought that was a great
I think that was the
movie.
best.
It's the best DC movie.
Yeah, I think it's the best DC movie out at the moment. So
Yeah, I mean, we watched Justice League here one night, and it was
Why did we?
God,
I had
it
a
was
mate.
awful.
So I had a mate. No, sorry, that was Batman vs Superman. So obviously, Batman vs Superman came out 4 years ago now, maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, about
was
that.
it?
Yeah, it was about 2017.
I had a
yeah.
friend back when we could go into the cinemas, watch that movie 8 times.
What?
In,
Why?
I think 8. It could have been 7. He was a huge Superman, Batman fan. Just in general, them as
Battling it out.
just as properties, singular properties, and he
Just love Ben Affleck.
I think we took the piss out of him a lot. I'm just like, mate, why? What are you doing with your life? But he really enjoyed it. So I'm pretty sure Ivan, love you, brother, film was pretty much the one that funded Justice League.
But not enough to get a Justice League 2. You know what else is actually really good in DC? Is Aquaman.
Yeah, I did like Aquaman.
I like
it took me a
Aquaman.
while to watch it, but I really enjoyed it.
I think that's just down to casting as well, though. Jason Momoa is just...
It's kind of like, Hugh Jackman being Wolverine, even without any of it. Jason Momoa is
Because
just...
look at Aquaman
Yeah.
in the cartoon, and he's like the scrawny blonde
Blonde
guy
hair.
talking to fish, and then you look at Jason Momoa. I'm gonna stick with that name. That's a man you want to be.
Yeah, that is a man.
Like that scene where he's just taking a swig of whiskey and then just straight into the water and just gone like a shot.
Yeah, I'm on board with this.
Yeah.
I-
Do you think he pees in the ocean?
yes.
Do
Do you
think so?
Do you think he does peas and poos?
No, because the fish should just be
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
mate,
bro, what the
mate,
fuck, man?"
Mate, this is our domain.
Just peed all over my living room. Cheers, man.
If there's
Yeah.
if there's any comic book character that I want to, well, he's already come to cinema, and we've spoken about this before, but I can't wait for this movie to be released. Is Spawn?
I knew you were going to say Spawn.
Yeah.
As if it's, I see.
As if I fucking knew you were going to say it.
Yeah, but
It's Mortal Kombat or Spawn.
that to me is a really interesting.
That is,
character.
to be fair, I really do like Spawn as well.
Yeah.
and it's going to be horror. Like it's going to be.
I
dark.
love the way you say Superman is boring because you know he's going to win, whereas Spawn has all the fucking powers, and you're like, I love him.
Yeah,
It's because Spawn's a metal fan.
true. But I've also seen the different iterations of Spawn, whereas I've seen Superman just be the same thing for the past few decades.
That's questionable.
Well, what Keith David voicing him,
No, well, there's
Michael J. White doing him in the movie. Like, dare I say, I feel like
Smallville. Smallville was good.
it was okay. I actually liked Smallville.
Yeah.
There you go. I liked the first few seasons of Smallville.
It did go on a bit long.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, any TV show, any American TV show, generally does.
No.
Supernatural.
Sopranos.
No, okay, sorry. Any show that isn't pretty much on HBO goes for a little too long.
Breaking Bad. Mad Men.
Okay, mate.
No, keep going.
Schitt's Creek.
I thought that was still going.
No, it's done.
Oh, is it done? Okay.
I want Robbie to get a lot of hate mail, so keep going.
Then there's Firefly.
Oh.
Can I say something?
Depends what tone you're going to say it in.
I've never watched Firefly.
Either is he. It's,
I know what it is, but I have never watched it.
seriously, guys.
Serenity.
Why? What's the
How
point?
how do you get Serenity? If
How
you've
do you
never watched
understand it?
Firefly?
They're just random characters to you. What? What?
Yeah, I like all the actors in Firefly.
You like all
as
the
well.
actors. You like the story of Serenity,
I just,
and yet you don't want. It's
just-
like it's,
when someone keeps trying to bully you. To be fair, like what I'm doing with you with Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
and so you're just like, no, mate, I'm not going to watch it. All throughout Firefly's life, whilst it was slightly airing, and you had to.
you mean that year?
Yes, that year of you gotta watch it, mate. And then when it got cancelled, it's like, it's just a track. Just like
That was
you know
18
what?
years ago. Let it go and watch it.
No, if anything, I should let it go and just leave it.
No, you're gonna, because then once you watch it, you'll be so annoyed it was cancelled. It was just like
I'm not bringing any more onto myself than I already have.
so good. No, you know what? Screw you guys. That's it. Done for the week. Anyway, if you want to find us on socials, we are _geeks on Instagram, _geeks on Twitter. You can find our website, new-age-geeks.com, where we have all the latest news and features, including Daddy Musk building a Warthog, including the top 5 Aussie gaming characters in history, what Google's been doing with Stadia. We are on Twitch, the Nagcast. Jehan's going to be streaming, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah, you're going to try.
No,
you're going to try.
I'm going to make you do it.
Try.
I need some friends to play Apex with.
I'll play with you.
Guys, we are on Discord at the Nag Pub. We will start posting more in there. We're on Facebook as well, New Age Geeks. That's it. I've been Robbie.
I've been Jehan.
I'm Tom.
Please give us 5-star reviews on Apple.
Oh, yeah. We're on Apple and Spotify too.
We're on literally every platform you can think of, but
anywhere
iTunes
you
is
get
the
your
only
podcast.
review-friendly podcast platform
Anywhere you
ever.
get your podcast, review, 5-star, whatever you want to do. I think that's about it. Who wants to say it this week?
Love you.